I don't know, maybe I'm talking a load of bollocks. Welcome to another episode of Under the Helmet. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So it has been ages. It's been a week since I've been on the bike. I miss you, baby. And oh, good news, I managed to get a new rear tyre fitted. So I'm out scrubbing her in and getting rid of the chicken strips. Am I always out of breath just for paying for bloody fuel? So yeah, welcome back folks, another episode of Under the Helmet. In this episode I want to rant, as promised in a previous video, about insurance companies, because they are, as we all know, absolute bloody leeches. I'm going to take it easy to begin with because of the new rear tyre. I don't want any slippage, but yeah, I'll get into all that in a bit actually, so stay tuned and I'll just unpack my thoughts regarding insurance. But well, what a gorgeous Saturday morning. I thought I'd head out early this morning. I'm actually on my way to well, as well as doing a bit of scrubbing in of the rear tyre, I'm actually on my way to visit Dan from Clutch Control Customs. I think they're a small business and they customise bikes. They've got a bit of an open day today, a bit of an event, barbecue and a bike meet, but unfortunately I'm not able to get to it because I've got some family stuff later. But I'm going to pop down and see them in about an hour, see Dan, because he got in touch with me and he wants to maybe collaborate, maybe make some content together, so that could be exciting stuff. So I'll scrub this tyre in and then go meet Dan and see what that's all about. But yeah, welcome to another episode of Under the Helmet. Oh, other news, let's do the news. So 2 bits of news. Did I say the word news 3 times there? I got an email from YouTube. So apparently my YouTube channel has qualified to start earning money. Yippee, fucking cha-ching. But of course I have no clue what I'm doing when it comes to earning money from YouTube, and I'm not expecting a lot of money. But it was just a nice surprise really, another one of life's lovely little surprises. So yeah, I got the email last night and then I followed the instructions and signed up for monetization, and I don't know how it all works, like I really have no clue, and I had to sign up to something called AdSense, and AdSense I think is like Google's advertising partner maybe. And I know like some of you are probably thinking now, what, adverts really? I don't know how it works, and I don't think for 1 minute that immediately means that there's going to be a shit ton of adverts on my videos, because I don't know how videos are selected to have adverts on them. I don't know how that happens. I really have no clue. But do you know, if I can earn a tank of fuel every now and again, then fantastic, you know, it's going to help me create more content. But money is never ever my prime aim for doing this. I do it because I enjoy it. I do it because I love making these videos, and I love the feedback that I get from you folks. And you know, if I'm keeping you entertained, then that's what this is all about really. If I make money, it's a bonus. But I say that it's big news because I didn't expect it. I thought I needed like thousands of subscribers before my channel would be eligible to make money, but no, all of a sudden I can now start earning money. So brilliant, I can't complain at that. Mustn't grumble. And what was the other bit of news? Oh, it's fucking escape. Oh yes. So I'm wearing my old helmet. Well, I say old helmet, I've only had it just over a year. So this is my Red Bull helmet, because my chin mount for the new Shoei helmet still hasn't arrived. I ordered it on the 15th, which was like a week ago Friday, and it's still not here. So maybe I'm just being a bit impatient, which I am very impatient sometimes, which some people will confirm. And yeah, so once I get that chin mount, I'll get that loaded up and I can start making proper moto vlogs with my new helmet, which I absolutely fucking I love my helmet. I love my helmet. Anyway, right, insurance companies. Let's talk about insurance companies. So I'm just going to let my thoughts flow, right? I haven't got any sort of logical sequence to this prepared. I'm just going to let my thoughts flow. Think about this, right? In fact, let me give you an example. I told you my thoughts weren't going to flow. Let me give an example. This is car insurance for a second, right? But I'll get back to bike insurance. But the same principles applies, right? So a few years back, quite a few years back now, I moved house. And I moved to a house that was 3 streets away. And the first part of the postcode in my new house was exactly the same as the first part of the postcode in my old house, literally 3 streets away. And it wasn't even half a mile, it wasn't even 0.3 of a mile, it was probably, I don't know, 0.2 of a mile away or something like that. It would have taken you 4 minutes or so to walk. And when I moved house, you get the idea, right? When I moved house, I called my insurance company and said, right, just letting you know, change of address, blah blah blah. I gave them the new address. Oh yeah, your premiums are going up, and it was going to cost me an extra, get this, £300 a year. Forgot which way I was going to go then. £300 a year. What the bejesus? £300 a year because the second part of my postcode was different to the house that I was coming from. And I remember saying to them, how is that possible? And her response was, oh well, a different postcode, the crime could be different in your area, the risk of theft could be different in your area, something like that, words like that. I said, you have got to be joking me, it's the same area. We were actually on the same fucking housing estate. Like this housing estate in Tewkesbury, we hadn't left that housing estate. We'd just gone 3 streets away, a couple of minutes away. And they said, oh yeah, it could be because the crime is higher. Fuck off. Like, make that make sense, somebody, please. So yeah, like, the postcode matters when it comes to insurance, like where you live matters. Now, I sort of understand it to a degree, because if you live in London or in a big city where there is like lots of bike theft, then yes, statistically speaking, your bike is more at risk of being stolen, right? That makes perfect sense. But unless you live in a big, like if you don't live in a big city, to say that, the insurance companies are basically saying, well, 5 bikes were stolen. Well, I know they don't say this, but if you read between the lines, because 5 bikes were stolen in the last 5 years, you are more than likely to have your bike stolen. Well, no, you're not. Thank you. No, you're not. It's just not true. You are not more like, yes, statistically speaking, yes. But that doesn't mean to say that your bike's going to get stolen just because a small amount of other bikes did over the last X amount of time period, right? Especially if you like layer on loads of security, you're very careful. Like, you could be a super diligent, very, very secure person in a very secure home, and the risk of your bike getting stolen could be absolutely minimal. So yeah, so that's one factor that really just, there is some logic in the statistics of it, but I think they just go too far and they take the piss. what else? Oh yes, and then you get your policy, or you're going through all your policy options, and you get to your excess options. Who in the hell came up with excess? Like, when did that begin? I'd love to know. I'd love to know when insurance companies first started charging excess. And what is that excess for? It can't be to cover the administration cost of handling the claim. Surely it can't be. Because if it was, then excess would have much more of a consistent lower limit, because there'd be set costs involved, surely, or a baseline cost involved. Now I know insurance companies make you pay a compulsory excess and a voluntary excess, but actually sometimes you don't. You know, sometimes there is no compulsory excess. So again, it just seems so arbitrary. And like, can you imagine that? Oh, what, your bike's been stolen? Oh, okay, give us 750 quid, and by the way, 450 quid of that we're making you pay it. That's mandatory. You know, we convinced you to volunteer for the other 300 quid. Yeah, give us 750 quid because your bike's got stolen. Fuck off. Like, why is that even a thing? I know you've been paying this insurance policy and you've been with us for 5 years, so you've probably paid us 3 grand or more already. But yeah, your bike's been stolen. It's really inconvenient for you. We're really sorry to hear that. But hey, chuck us 750 fucking quid so we can sort you out. Just, no. It's wrong. It's absolutely bloody wrong. Like, why are they allowed to get away with it, right? Why are they allowed to get away with it? And then, of course, another thing is like the renewal. When it comes to renewal, and all of a sudden your price goes up, which actually, funny enough, didn't happen to me the last time I renewed, and I was so bloody surprised. But that was the exception rather than the rule, because the insurance companies are just leeches, aren't they? They will suck all the money out of you that they can. They'll offer you a renewal price which is higher than your previous price, hoping that you just say nothing and you can't be bothered to challenge it, and you can't be bothered to ring them up. And these prices are arbitrary, and I know things get more expensive as, you know, inflation increases, the cost of everything increases, but you can't. Insurance companies must be amongst the richest companies in the world, right? Now let me just defend the idea of the insurance companies for a second. I'm not defending insurance companies, but I want to defend I don't know where I'm going here. I want to defend the idea of insurance companies. Well, I'm jumping on the dual carriageway, so the sound might drop a little bit. It is like, in principle, it's a good idea, isn't it? Because you pay a lot of money for a bike in some cases, and if it is, you know, broken, stolen, whatever, then yeah, it's a nice thought for an insurance company to turn around and say, okay, we've got you covered, you know, here's a courtesy bike, we're going to help you get your bike repaired, and we want you back on your bike. That is in principle, that is okay, that is good. And the reason I'm going to defend the idea of insurance for a second is because that costs money to do that. You know, companies can't do that without any money, can they? So that costs money. So of course we're going to have to pay something, like everything costs. But there should be more fixed prices, right? There should be fixed levels, like a basic level of insurance that allows you to get onto the road legally, but maybe gives you minimal cover, should be a fixed cost. It shouldn't be based on risk. It shouldn't be based on arbitrary decisions over who you are, what you had for breakfast that day, what colour your toenails are, and where you live. You know, it shouldn't be based on those factors, really. Because if insurance was fairer, surely more people would willingly just pay a little bit extra for better cover, right? And then when you get on to like actually paying extra, when the insurance companies offer you like, oh yeah, you need to, or we can give you extra cover for your levers and your helmet, extra legal cover, extra this, extra that, extra cheese with that. You want fries with that? It's like, it's just selling products. That's all it is. It's selling products, and they're not. It just proves that they're not there to help you. They're there to sell products, and I know they have to make money, but it's just horrendous, you know. And then let's talk about making a claim. Now I have I made an insurance claim before? I don't think I have. I don't think I've ever made an insurance claim. Or have I? No, I haven't. I've never made an insurance claim, but I've spoke to people that have made claims, and the hassle that you have to go through. A friend of mine had a little bump on his bike not too long ago, a couple of months ago, and the claim is just going to take months and months and months, even though there was a witness with a witness statement. The guy who caused the bump, basically a van sort of cut lanes and almost chopped my mate's arm off. He was okay, like there was a bit of damage to the bike, but not a massive amount. But the guy admitted liability anyway. But now the guy, get this, I'm sidetracking now. The guy's tried to put in a whiplash claim. Can you believe it? It was a side swipe. It wasn't even like, it was a glance from the side, you know. It wasn't a head-on collision or anything like that. A van like this one here just drifted over and brushed him, knocked my mate's handlebars, basically just knocked him slightly, and then my mate didn't come off or anything, which was lucky, but could have done. But anyway, so the guy's trying to claim fucking whiplash, so I guess insurance companies have to deal with that as well, don't they? But it's going to take a long time for this claim, which should be a simple claim. Guy in a van sideswipes a guy on a motorbike, there's a witness statement, the guy admits liability. It should take weeks. It should take, not months, weeks. Because my mate's bike is rideable, but it still hasn't been repaired. Like, it's the damage isn't huge. It's cosmetic damage, but it's very expensive cosmetic damage. But it has. I'm going to go around here again. I'm still scrubbing this rear tyre in, but the damage hasn't been repaired yet. So he's still riding around on a bike that has damage on there. A beautiful bike, S1000RR. And it could be months before he sees any resolution to that claim. It's just ridiculous, it really is. And they're all the insurance companies are all underwritten and financed by the same very few organisations anyway. You know? It's just a game of moving money around different pots. I think anyway. Look, I don't work in the insurance industry, so all of this is opinion, none of this is fact. So I don't know, maybe I'm talking a load of bollocks, maybe I'm completely fucking wrong, I don't know, but it's just my thoughts. Right, let's stop, right, rant over, let's have some fun. This back tyre is ready to have some fun now. Let's go have some fun.